So it almost seems like nothing around is really designed for them. The world isn't really working the way it should be working, and it's almost like the world is designed for a very specific kind of person.
I think when, the interior designers, architects around the world, say, for example, today you have to do up your house and you hire an interior designer, an architect. The first thing that human, a girl or a boy, or they're going to ask you is, hey, how are you? Who are you? What do you do? Tell me more about you. What do you like? What you dislike? They will learn about you. And that all learning is knowledge about a personality. And then they will design around your personality, about your access points. Where do you drink? Where do you eat your food? What do you do? It's all knowledge. They create a knowledge hub, and then the answers can come. There is no knowledge hub to an architect or an interior designer. Their knowledge hub is limited to a wheelchair. Certain buildings, let's say in my country, in India, they would be designed now that there is a wheelchair which can go inside. But is the toilets designed for a child who has CP, or a child who can't stand yet or can't hold the head yet? How do we change them? How do we help them access thing? Or thankfully, knowledge on autism is increasing. So there are certain airports, certain places which are adding the sensory room. They're adding a closed room. They're writing in placards, autism. So people are getting aware because autism as a subject is being spoken about, and certain celebrities have come out to speak about it, which helps commoners to know. If things haven't hit them directly, at least they know that subject. But still, the knowledge hub is missing on what disability is, and what are the kinds, and needs in general, and what are the buckets we need to see when we design anything.
So what I also hear is that most of the world, like be it like, the parks, the airports, all the public spaces, the infrastructure that is designed for a specific kind of a person which people have in their head. And special kids and special adults, as they grow older and they become special adults, designers who are designing are not really considering them, and because they're not even aware of what the needs are. So that's getting missed. While we've started seeing like sensory rooms for autistic people, there's also some guidelines for visually impaired people. On the streets you'd find some of those markers and stuff, but beyond that there isn't much, and that's simply because there isn't much awareness about it still.
I think awareness and knowledge are two different things. Awareness is information. I can be informed about a subject, but do I know what that means? Did I go through it in my books, in my library? When I was growing up, I didn't have a CP, Down syndrome child in my classroom. Ever. I only met a blind girl who was amazing. She was so powerful. I can still see her, how confidently she held herself when she did her PhD. It's like, imagine when 2020 COVID hit us. In March, by June, if anybody told us he or she had COVID, we thought is equal to death. It was that stark in our lives. Like, if somebody said he has COVID, we will leave that person, even if he's your husband or father, like be in the other room. It was that difficult. There was no knowledge. We just had information. But there was no real subject information on what it is, why it is, how will we solve it. And over time, when that information started becoming knowledge, people started building vaccines. When vaccines came, everybody started getting it. When everybody got it, we started easing. And suddenly, you're sitting with a COVID person by the end of 2022 and having a drink and not worried कि मुझको हो जाएगा. अगर मुझे होगा तो जुकाम बुखार ही तो होगा. It's going to be like fever cold. That's what you're going to think. But we never thought he's going to die by 2022. So all I'm saying is that it is not just having information or awareness. It's about really knowing the subject so you can build things and learn things. What I'm going to say is harsh, but that's reality. NICU world is getting stronger. There are so many longevity, medical world growing up. Medicines are improving every day, which means either today or tomorrow, in some form, disability is coming to you. Either through your child, through your grandchild, through your neighbor, through your parents, through your family, through your close friends or your building, but it's coming. NICU world getting stronger means NICU doctors don't care what the child will be. They need to give a live child. They don't care he has CP or no CP. They need to give a child alive to the parent. And that's the tick mark for a NICU. Nobody tells you all these things. What is going to happen to the child? How is he going to survive? How is he going to take care? So, again, this is another podcast altogether, but I'm trying to say is that it's coming. So, if we don't think about it making our knowledge, then you will be me, which I was when Zozos came. I was in a well. Nobody could pull us out, even though, thank God, I was a positive human being.